Michael Jackson Thriller laugh. Boy, I tell you, what don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. Don't worry about it. Whatever you can't get out in the wash, don't worry about it. It'll come out in the rinse. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Back. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. So, on the screen you see the headline, Murad Merali Exposed. Now, before we get into this, I'm sure there are tons of people who know who he is, but there's also tons of people who probably don't know who he is. Now, I put up a post on my Instagram, and everyone was like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? So, it just let me know one thing. As small as the the YouTube streets are, it's really very big. And you have people pretty much covering the same thing, but because of the angle they take, a lot of people don't know who they are. But he has 300,000 subscribers, right? Sometimes you go to his comments, there's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 comments, 6,000 comments, 10,000 comments, okay? So he is a commentator from the UK, but he commentates on, and he does commentary on the show Love Island, all right? Like what he does is, and I've seen him interviewing some of the people from Love Island, stuff like that. But he does commentary for it. And he also does commentary on pop culture, trending topics, stuff like that. So he is a big Kardashian hater, right? So the whole trial with Black China, he was covering and rooting for Black China, and he's always has disparaging videos about the Kardashians. Now, when I picked up on his channel, I first started by watching a couple of channels when I saw some Kardashian videos pop up. And I noticed that, okay, this guy has got it out for the Kardashians. He doesn't like the Kardashians. So then I went through his channel and started looking at his members. Because I'm like, wait a minute. One moment I was on the channel, he had like 100,000 subscribers. And then I maybe checked back, maybe like a couple weeks later, he was up to like 250,000. I'm like, so wait a minute. What is this guy saying that's getting all of these subscribers? So then I went and checked out his subscribers. I'm seeing that it's mostly women and a good majority black women. So I said, oh, okay, so I get it. This guy's pandering to the black woman. He's covering, he's talking in the little slangs like, oh, it's not giving. And this dude's from the UK. I guess he's like Muslim or Indian, Arab. I forgot. He actually gave the culture that he is. Oh, it's not giving. He's using all the slangs and the lingo that, quote unquote, the black crowd use or whatever. So that is the angle he decided to take. And of course, that got him a lot of subscribers. A lot of black women support the channel. He goes on record. He always says he is an ally of black women. He's an ally of, he's a supporter of Black Lives Matter. He is about he's anti-racist, you know what I mean? So he makes himself an ally and supporter of the black community. And I always said, I just think this dude is a pandering scammer. This is what I said from the beginning. I would go on his channel, getting into arguments with him all the time, getting into arguments with his supporters, and I say, let me tell you something. The day will come, this dude is using all of you, and you're playing on your emotions for clicks and views, right? There's no way the guy of his culture in the UK so in love and so for black people. So what I'm going to do is let you know exactly what happened. I'm sure a lot of you are looking him up as we speak. So it turns out that he has an OnlyFans. I don't know how old this OnlyFans. Some people are saying it's deactivated. Somebody says it's a couple of years old, what have you. But he had someone expose his OnlyFans. Now on there is some disturbing videos. He's got some kink videos with him kicking men in their face, shoving his foot in their mouth, and then you start looking at his Instagram and all of the foot pictures starts to make sense. He's jamming his foot in his mouth, in their mouth, or what have you, right? Degrading them, making them smell his feet. Okay. And you say, so, all right, so that's cool, but that's on his OnlyFans. People are into different kinky things. That's fine. But then there's the racist, the slurs, the N-word to the black man that he was shoving his foot in his mouth. The C-word to the Asian man. It's just disparaging comments. He's calling the white man, a white piece of what, and it's just a whole bunch of racial slurs that are very uncomfortable. And you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, this is the guy who is so not racist and as he was saying, pander to black women and for black people and what have you. And now you hear all these disparaging and all these racist slurs along with him smacking men in their face with his feet. And I'm gonna let you hear his explanation after it just went wild on Twitter and Instagram yesterday, and they were lighting him up. All of the people, you had me fooled, this and the other, all the people that believed in him. Let's take a listen to what he said after all of this hit the mainstream.
First and foremost, the written content is not me. The severe derogatory comments are not written by me, and I will stand by that. This is not who I am. Some of this content is also not me, and I can profusely apologize and take full accountability for how this has come across and how everybody has felt from this content. Some of this content is me, not now, not recently, in the last 5 years, 6 years, not any moment now.
He said not in the last 5 or 6 years. That's a lie. People sent me screenshots from May 2021. So it's like it was active last year. He said not 5 or 6 years. So there's go the first lie. Here goes a company that got wind of it, and they're pulling out. My company, Frontline Therapists, have recently been promoted by Mr. Murad Merali on his YouTube channel and his social media platforms. This was part of a paid promotional campaign to build our brand, hence our dealing was purely business related. As the founder of Old Frontline Therapists, I take responsibility for the promotion. Allegations have recently come to light about Mr. Murad Merali's past conduct and behavior. I was totally unaware of this, and I personally find the allegations disturbing. As the director of the Frontline Therapists and Company, I do not endorse Mr. Murad Merali's conduct and behavior. Frontline Therapists would not have engaged in any business dealings with Mr. Murad Merali if he had known about this beforehand. All right? And said, hence we are pulling our content, from... So people are starting to pull out. You see, and this is what happens when you go running to what you think is the new hot thing without doing any research. You go running to him saying he's for this and he's for that and he's pro, he's non-racist. On top of that, he carries himself like an LGBT man, which I'm sure he is. But because of his nationality and I guess in culture, there's been people that's been on his page that in the past are saying they're his family members, and they've pretty much disowned them because of him being gay. So he can't really show that he's gay because, again, they're going to probably shame him, the culture that he's from. They don't really play that. Like Arabs and Muslim, like they don't really play. They said, one of the guys said, we're manly men. Right? We're manly men. So, this is here or there. Again, the fetishes, I don't care about. There's people who have same fetishes, and he says he gets paid to do it. So that's why he does it. He is paid to do it. You're going to hear in his so-called apology why he does the fetishes. But he never really takes accountability for the racial slurs. The ending thing here, it says, hence we are process of seeing if we can get the content that we created with Mr. Murad Merali removed. Frontline therapists will not be working with Murad Merali in the future. Thank you to everyone who reached out to support this. Esther, founder of Frontline Therapists. So people are pulling out. So apparently they've seen this apology.
Hey.
Look at this.
You have to be my
We can't show you all of the footage, but they ain't buying. That's some of his Instagram
These
pictures.
screenshots associated with these pictures, these vile racist verbiage that has been used, is not written by me. This is not done by me in any capacity, and this needs to be made abundantly clear with full force immediately. All of this needs to be addressed. I did not write this stuff. People make their own captions. They mix it with their own pictures for their own satisfaction, their own desires, with their own fantasies, their own ideations, whatever they have, and they put it together for their own mental satisfaction, for whatever desire that they have as a person. Nobody actually knows about me because this channel is not about me. It's about reviewing content. That is what it's about. And in order to really actually discuss this properly and coherently for everybody, because that is what everybody deserves, a proper explanation and timeline of everything. And that is what I'm going to do now. Some of this information that I'm going to reveal, I did not want to reveal.
Well,
But I've had no choice now but to reveal this, because I need to reveal it, and it needs to come from my heart to everybody. When I was 14 years old,
oh boy, here we go.
I was severely raped.
Here we go.
Countless times. I was just a kid, man. I was severely raped.
Now, due to some of the nature of his language and some of the things that he's saying, I can't play it all because, like I said, I'm not trying to get dinged or rated for, NC-17 or whatever. But basically, there was captions underneath these pictures with him having his foot in men's mouth. It was saying, "Here, take my what's the word he was using? My praised Arabian foot, and while you're just a piece of shit N-word, you want to praise my foot because that's the only thing that you have to live for." It was just a bunch of craziness. Now he's saying those captions were written by the people that was watching his content in OnlyFans. That might be true, but you were saying slurs out of your mouth as well. You can't say that people were writing that because you were saying it out of your own mouth. You weren't saying what exactly was on the pictures. And like I said, if it's certain content I have to keep off the channel because I don't want to get dinged. But you can pretty much research this guy now. He's all over social media. Right? You can pretty much research him, get a good idea of the content. And it's just amazing that so many people didn't hear about him on my side, but it's like totally different sides of the world. But me, I know everybody. that's doing content. I know everybody. But people like, oh, I've never heard of him. Yeah, you never heard of him, but he got more subscribers than you. Like there's certain people saying, I never heard of this guy, but he's got 300,000 subscribers.
All came from. Why are you doing this? Why are you behaving in this way? Why are you doing these fetishes? Why are you acting in this way? Why are you doing this? Because this is what happened to me, and this is what developed. And so I did it. To get out. I had to get out. I had to do anything to get out. I would be a fucking prostitute if I could, I would have. 110%. But I didn't. But if I could, I would have. To make any kind of money to get the fuck out. Because it was either that or I'm gonna die. And then the same thing happened again. Yet again in the mosque. I know this is a lot of information, but I need to be fucking transparent. And there needs to be transparency from me. That is what everybody deserves. And I can't get it out of my head. I can't get that out of my head. I can't get it out of my head. I can't get that out of my head. I was a kid, man. Why the fuck are you touching me like that? Why are you touching me like that? And it never fucking stopped. I was just a kid, man. I was just a kid, man. Inshallah, I'm praying to Allah that my life is taken. Okay? I pray. Tonight, I'm gone.
He pretty much is blaming
I genuinely
it on,
pray from the heart.
He got R-word at the age of 14
in
his hometown or where he's from. And then he said it happened again in the mosque.
So daily inconsistent. Pretty shit.
Keep in mind, let me throw this little nugget at you. Keep in mind, this guy has a degree in neuroscience and psychology. All right? So he knows exactly what angles to take, what triggers people. He knows exactly what to say. He talks so much about accountability. Daily inconsistent, baby. Daily inconsistent injected. Daily inconsistent content injected, baby. He talks about this all the time. But he's still not really taking accountability for what he knows exactly what people are concerned about. He knows people do not care about if you want to shove your foot in some dumb Negro's mouth, go ahead. If you want to shove your foot in some dumb Asian guy's mouth and they like it and let you smack them across the face with your nasty, dirty feet, go ahead. But everyone is talking about the racial slurs, sir, and you know they are. But you're trying not to address that. Now you're talking about you hope you die, this, that, and the other. Why don't you just address the racist stuff? Because your biggest fan base are black women. You have black women and black people coming over to your event because you're saying you're pro-black. You're allies of black people. You're ally of the black woman. So everything that I said about this clown, I didn't know it was going to come out with this stuff about his foot, but I see I was one step ahead of everyone. See what I did there? So, black women, stop trying to be so quick to go to these people who pander to you because you think they're on your side. You're looking for somebody to cape for you. I blame black men that so many black women are going to follow this dude who's not even from the culture. Because black women, a lot of times black women feel as though black men aren't on their side. They don't have black men to cape for them. So they go to clowns like this. And now when they find out he's a fraud and he was only using that angle for money, Now they're devastated. Oh, I can't believe it. You had me fooled. Gotta be careful. You start looking at the subscriber amount, you better do some research on the person. I'll let you guys research. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I can't put on here, but basically, you get the gist of it. They're lighting them up on Twitter. You can go check it out. Murad Merali, you're a fraud. I told you was a fraud. I told everybody he was a fraud. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with your friends.